he speaking of?
I don't know if he's speaking on behalf of the plan or not, I really don't know, but that was one of the reasons that we didn't consider what's going on there, because we really hadn't formally heard anything.
Well, as I recall, I thought it was shoe-in. Is that correct? City of Fulton thought there's no way.
Well, no, like the city of Fulton, to be perfectly honest, Alan, I thought it was a shoe-in, and I think an awful lot of people out there in the community thought it was a shoe-in because they, in my estimation, were misled, so that they didn't attend the meeting, so that they didn't have an opportunity to voice their opinion here. And I believe that that was done, and I believe the night that we reopened it, that people were not even given an opportunity to speak. I also believe that, and when we had many people.
Well, the public, Robert's Rules of Order, blah, blah, blah. The thing is, I read magazine articles saying that the town of Volney turned down EDZ. We didn't turn it down. We turned down applying for it. There was no sure thing, as far as I know, that this is going to be approved for the city of Fulton. And I think this is, there's a lot of I told you so's going on here. I'd like to see, more jobs in Volney, just like everybody else involved. But I don't think that everybody here tonight was, we heard the people saying that take away the annexation and we'll talk turkey, and there's only one person in here, I think, who doesn't believe that's true.
I believe they're two separate issues. And I will go on record and on TV and say that to the public, that I believe there's two separate issues, and I think we're making a big mistake by not going into the EDZ.
And I won't go into the other half.
I do need to ask you, Jim, what do you mean we deceived people at our meeting in order to?
It was my understanding that numerous people from unions and so forth were led to believe, and I believe you're the one that they got this, that implied this, that there was no problem passing this. Because remember, the first time we did, we passed it 4-1. Then through a technicality, which after checking,
Well, again, not having a public hearing is quite a technicality.
Wait, I do not believe that that is right. And then checking through that, Claudia, I've gone a little further, and I think you were in error. I do not think that the town had to have one, but that's another issue. It was too late. It was a dead issue. But I firmly believe that there were people that would have been here, would have spoken in favor, especially your union leadership and your people that are involved with the job creation and the unions in this community. I believe they'd have been here. They were here. They went to another meeting because they had heard the previous vote of 4-1. They didn't believe there was any chance of it not being accepted. And I believe that they were led to believe that. And I've been told that by individuals that there was no question in their mind because of our previous vote, and that they had talked, I understand with you, Howard, and that you had led them to believe that there was no problem. That's the understanding that I had.
Okay, Jim, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to set the record straight once and for all, because the President's quoted that. David Turner's been going around saying it. What happened was when the initial EDZ came up and the CDA requested for us to get involved, I brought it to the board and I said it sounds like a good idea. You remember that. And we all talked about it, and I think all but one agreed that it was a good idea. Okay? At that time, the day we were going to take the vote, Dave Turner called me and said, can I come tonight and make a presentation about the EDZ? And I said, I don't think it's necessary because it looks like we've got a 4-1 vote here. I think the majority of the board is going to approve it. That's when I said that. Not the second time, but the very first time, and I was true to my word, we voted it in 4-1. The second time around, we had to have a public hearing, not because we decided to, but because the CDA said we had to. The Community Development Agency called and said we had to have a public hearing, we just couldn't do it by a vote. We had to have a public hearing. So therefore, we conducted the public hearing. At that public hearing, other things had transpired between the first vote and the board changed its mind. The majority of the board changed its mind on the EDZ for whatever reason. We all had different reasons. I agree with you, it's a separate issue from annexation, and I stated that before, although I don't like annexation. But I wasn't tying it into the EDZ. In any case, we voted it down 4-1. The third time we brought it to a vote again was because there was so much controversy about it. I agreed with some people that had requested it to bring it before the board one last time to take a last hard look at it. And at that time, if you remember, I did that, and we didn't get a second on the motion, and it fell, and nothing was voted on the third time around. And that's where it stands. But I didn't deceive anybody, and it's unfortunate that rumor got started. Also, a rumor was started that I would not attend a meeting at the CDA with Reynolds Metals in the city of Fulton, which is not true. What happened was I received a phone call in the morning. My wife took the call. I wasn't at home. It was Jeff Hodge saying, we're having a meeting at noon time at the, I don't know if it's Canal Point or the Lock Restaurant, with Reynolds Metal in the city of Fulton to talk about the EDZ. Now, at that time, it wasn't impressed upon her or me that this was an important meeting, you'd best be there. Keep in mind, it was only a couple of hours' notice. I couldn't attend that meeting. Next thing I know, I read in the paper, I refused to go to the meeting. That's not true. I had very short notice and I couldn't attend even if I wanted to. So I hope everyone understands that. I'm going to call on Thelma because she's had her hand up longer. Thelma.
Thelma for me at Kingdom Road. The only comment I want to make is, Bill keeps saying, why should we take it? Why should we do this? Well, it's out there. Town of Volney's not going to make it go away. It's available to us. It is a separate issue from annexation. I was there at the first meeting. Everybody at that first town meeting seemed to want the EDZ zone. Howard, you did state that you felt it was separate. I think most town board members did feel it was a separate issue. I'm not quite sure what transpired from there other than what I read in the paper, because at that meeting, I thought that that was final. I thought we were going to apply and be part of the EDZ. The next thing I knew, I read in the paper, we weren't. The issue is Fulton now has it. We don't, okay? It's out there. It isn't going to go away. These people in our county, in our town, need these jobs. I don't see what's wrong with trying to apply and become part of the EDZ.
Okay, well, we're going to look at the request. Gary?
Isn't there a way you can have the whole town vote on it?
The whole town? No, it's not an item for public
You
referendum.
would want it if they want it or not.
It's not subject to that.
Instead of just.
I don't even think we could do that if we wanted
15
to.
or 20 people making the decision.
Well, one of the things, I don't know if Jim was just referring to Howard's statements, but myself, if anybody asks me how this board is going to decide about anything, I tell them, ask me after the meeting. I have no idea. Everybody up here thinks independently and acts independently, and you might have an idea of what they appear to be thinking on Tuesday. It doesn't mean that they haven't done independent research between Tuesday and Thursday and changed their mind. So I don't know who is making statements like that, but it's not a true thing about this board.
I didn't mean to imply that it was, Claudia. I'm just saying that at that time, the indication I had from everybody that was buzzing about the EDZ was that, oh yeah, great idea. And I just relayed that to Dave Turner, and then he started a rumor from it. But in any case, I'm just going to ask a few more questions because we have some other business to take care of. We're going to go into an executive session tonight. So if, just give a few more questions. Fern?
I'd just like to say, I'm Fern Parsons' Mount Pleasant. When I grew up, I watched a situation develop in the United States that has, over many years now, made me ill. Everybody's got their hand out. There's some secret pot of gold that the state or the federal government is going to give away to the lucky person that puts the right application in. Well, I don't know where you get the idea that there's this secret pot of gold, except it's your taxes. And every time you don't pay for your own stuff, you don't do your own thing, you don't make your own money, you don't run your business the way it should be run, you want to reach out for a little bit of goodies from one of the governments nearby. You forget that you're paying it, your kids are paying it, your neighbors are paying it, everyone is paying into this pot of gold. Why don't the companies, the government, look at the mess we're in any government, part of the government you want to look at, they're wanting to float bonds, they're wanting to borrow, they're wanting an EDZ, they're wanting this, they want to break here, they want to break there. No wonder your Mohawk bill's going up. Everybody wants a break. They're not paying attention to you. I think it's time we started right here in the town of Volney and try to spread this word that if you start paying your own way and let everybody else pay their own way, your taxes are not gonna keep going up, we're not gonna have the national debt. Fulton has fought everybody that's tried to make a good business go, and I don't know why. There isn't a place you can go in town and buy a dress or buy any good shopping stores. They've all gradually left. Why? If Fulton's such a great place, why don't you move into Fulton? It's wonderful. Go in and join them. But I don't think that we're ever going to get anywhere in any part of our government by just constantly somebody holding their hand out and wanting something given to them for nothing. There's always a price tag, and we're paying it right now with national debt and with all these red figures in every area of the government.
Charlie, if you could keep it brief, please.
Yes, I would keep it brief. I personally feel a lot of the problem as presented to us with the EDZ and the difficulties involved. Volney was not included, Volney was not involved in the development. Volney was not really consulted. We were asked at the last minute, hey, take a look at this. You can sign in, and this is what's going to happen to you. We have been consistently treated as if we were not there. Everybody wants to include us after the fact. Oh yeah, tag along. An example is the meeting that you were notified at the last minute with the city of Fulton and Reynolds and CDA. Newsflash, Reynolds is in the town of Volney, not in the city of Fulton. Volney should have been included at the outset in the planning of that meeting to begin with. Volney is the governing territory, not the city of Fulton. Things are not going to move along with cooperation with the city until the county and the city begin to realize that Volney is a sovereign municipality, that they have to be included at the base planning stages in anything that's going to occur in their town, and that is what I talk about when I say safeguards are needed.
Real quick, Gene.
Real quick. The petition from your constituents help you decide? There's a lot of people that I've talked to that really would like to.
You're welcome to do whatever you'd like, Gene, but, you know, I can't say whether it's gonna help.
Well, they're your people.
But I don't think for these people, they think for themselves.
Well, I'm not talking about those people, I'm talking about the people out there.
Well,
The people in the town of Volney, I'm talking.
if you'd like to do that, then we certainly accept the petition and consider it, sure.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna announce the future meetings, and after that, I'm going to move to go into executive session for a personnel matter we need to address. And then, we'll be adjourning the meeting after that. You're welcome to stay if you like. The future meetings, our bill signing and agenda preparation will be September 6th at 7 p.m. Our zoning update meeting will be September 7th at 7 p.m. And our regular town board meeting will be September 8th at 7 p.m. Wow, we set that up 3 months in a row. Okay.
Hey, still got Monday and Friday.
At this time, I'd like to move to go into executive session.
Still got
on
Monday and
personnel
Friday.
matter.
Second.
Barbie, poll the council.
Oh, gonna set a time or?
Yeah.
On second thought, why don't we take a recess for 5 minutes before we go into this? Just a 5-minute break. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. So I'll rescind that motion and make a motion that we take a 5-minute break. Recess.
I failed recess once.
Second.